seeing their revenues kind of climb back up with the recovery economy to dial back from the spending cuts. I think Scott Walker's in that category, maybe New Jersey, Michigan. Are you hearing from people who say that if there's extra revenue, we want it for?
No. I think that I think the legislature realizes it's smart not to count on some big jump in revenues. I mean, gasoline prices are jumping around like a jackrabbit. There's just too many imponderables in the economy, and there's going to be too many circumstances in the state where things are going to pop up, or we're going to have to deal with it to just go on some kind of a spending binge. The answer is no, and I'm not hearing that from my colleagues in the legislature. There'll be a little bit more spending than what we proposed in our budget, but I don't expect it will be significant. And I've talked about a little bit about the need of a rainy day fund, a little bit a lot about the need of giving some of the money back to the people. But I'm very comfortable with what we proposed, along with the tools. We're heading in the right direction. And if they raise spending, they'll end up having to raise taxes, which plays to Ohio's benefit, because as our costs are lower, we're going to benefit by getting more jobs.
But if you get extra money, though, what's your top priority? Rebuild the rainy day fund, give a tax cut?
Well,
dial back the cuts?
First of all, I'm not counting on, what the heck's going to happen 3 months from now. That's not what I'm going to do. There are too many issues out there that can jump up at you and put you in a difficult position. So, particularly at the end of this fiscal year, I'd like to see more money in the rainy day fund. But ultimately, I'm a tax cut advocate. But a day at a time. It's too early.
A lot of these school districts, though, the suburban school districts, we're hearing in recent weeks that the leaders of those school districts are unwilling to make the cuts that they need to make because of the cuts that have been made at the state level, and that people who live in those school districts are unwilling to take them, and that they will indeed, as the lady out there indicated, pass a levy, which means higher taxes.
Well, I don't know. I'm not prepared to accept that. I don't really have any comment on that. I think the only comment I would have is if most districts are receiving about 5% less in total funds, and we've given them a whole assortment of tools, they ought to embrace them. If they turn around and start raising taxes, and I'm not going to tell local people what to do, but realize the consequence of driving up the cost of having a business in your community. They just need to rethink it. But I don't know who they are, and
Are you worried though that that's going to come back on you? Because
no, I'm not worried about it coming back on me. That's not a worry of mine.
Governor, local governments were making the case last Thursday that they should be at the head of the line of any extra revenue that's out there.
No, I don't want to give any. Look, again, there'll be a few more dollars, I'm sure, in the budget by the time this is all done, but not a lot. Period. It's the end of it. Embrace the tools. Support the budget. Help us to work together here. Control your costs. Make government more efficient and more effective. That's what it's all about. And everybody always, everybody always wants to have more money. We go down that path, we're not going to get out of this mess. Now, let me also say to you that you all didn't think that I could balance the budget and also have a tax cut. We've done it. That should give me the credibility to say, be careful here. Don't go out and spend money you don't have. That's not the way you should run things. It's not the way businesses run things. It's not the way families run things, and it shouldn't be the way government runs things. Okay?
And do you have any update on where you stand with the casinos and your discussions with them?
There will be a discussion this week between the gaming experts that we've hired and the gaming people themselves. There will be a meeting this week. I'm hopeful that we're going to make quick progress and that there'll be an agreement that'll be a win-win for everybody. We'll see.
What is win-win in your mind?
That they can open up their doors, they can get about their business, and that the state can get a few more dollars. Okay? Thank you all.